All right, sweet. We're going to do it this way this week. Okay? You start out by welcoming everybody on the Real Talk Uncut show. Do it however you want.
Oh, Lord. Welcome
All right,
everybody
sweet.
to Real
We're
Talk
going to do it this
Uncut.
way this week.
Uh,
Okay? You start
it's
out
such a
by
day
welcoming
today.
everybody
Wow.
on the Real Talk Uncut show.
I have
I don't know why I'm Do it hearing it
however you
twice. Is
want.
it playing in here?
air conditioner right there. Um,
Lord,
it's
welcome
welcome
All right,
everybody
everybody.
sweet.
to
I know,
Real
but it's
Talk
going to do it this
Uncut.
way this week.
Hold up. I got it
Uh,
playing somewhere too. Hold up.
You
Hold up.
start
it's
out
such a
by
day
welcoming
today.
everybody
Wow.
on the Real Talk Uncut show.
Hold up. I have. Wait a
I
minute.
don't know why I'm
Do it
hearing it
however you
twice. Is
want.
it playing in here?
Air conditioner right there.
Hello?
It's welcome
All right,
everybody
sweet.
to
I know,
Real
but it's
Talk
going to do it this
Uncut.
way this week.
Hold up. I got it
Uh,
playing somewhere too. Hold up.
You
Hold up.
start
it's
out
such a
by
day
welcoming
today.
everybody
Wow.
on the Real Talk Uncut
Hold
show.
Hello, Dr. Fat.
I don't know why I'm
What's
hearing it
up, what's
twice.
up, Miss Jackie lady?
Air conditioner right there. It's
Why am I
welcome
hearing this
everybody
twice?
to
I know,
Real
but it's
Talk
going to do it
Uncut.
this
I
way
don't know, you
this
got
week.
something
Hold
on?
up. I got it playing.
Hello.
You start
It's
out
such
by
a day
welcoming
today.
everybody
Wow.
on the Real Talk Uncut
Hold
show.
Dr. Fat.
What's up, Miss Jackie lady?
Air
Hey,
conditioner
hey,
right
wait,
there.
hold up, because I may have
It's
to.
Why am I
welcome
hearing this
everybody
twice?
to
I know,
I'm
Real
hearing
but
the
it's
Talk
recording
playing
Uncut. I
twice.
don't
twice,
know,
It's
you
playing
got something
somewhere
hold on.
else.
I
on?
don't know
I
what
got
it
it
is.
playing.
Hello.
You start out
It's
by
such
Okay,
a
do
day
you have
welcoming
today.
your live
everybody
is
on
going
the
on right now?
Real Talk
Yeah, it
Uncut
Hold
is,
show.
but I
Dr.
don't have it
Fat.
open nowhere. Let me see. Hold
What's
on.
what's up, Miss Jackie lady?
Air
Hey,
conditioner
hey,
right
wait,
there.
hold up, because I may have
It's
Why
to.
am I
welcome
hearing this
everybody to
twice?
I know,
I'm
Real
but
hearing the
it's
Just wait for
recording
playing
everybody to
twice.
twice.
come
It's
You
in.
playing
got something
somewhere
Hold on.
on?
I
else.
don't know
I
what
got
it
it
is.
playing.
Hello.
You start out
Oh,
by
okay. Do you have
welcoming.
your
Uh,
It was
I
playing in
need,
freaking Discord.
I need
well?
That is crazy. I sent it out in
phone.
Discord and it just started playing live. All
Did you
right,
leave me some?
sweet. Thank
What you call
you.
it?
All right.
Hello, welcome to Real Talk Uncut today. We have a special guest today. We call her Khadijah. I don't know her real. Yeah, Khadijah.
Khadijah's just my real name.
Girl, what's
Okay.
your last name? Well, I was trying to find you, but
I see the last name, but I don't know how to
Gravois
say it.
King.
okay. I
Okay.
don't know if you want to wait until a little more people get here, so we could do part of the show, and then I really wanted to get it in the fly. I thought you were gonna give me a because usually when we put special topic, we also put special guests right there, and it would have been you, letting folks know about what you're gonna do. But I think we'll be okay.
Right? Because today is. I'm going to give them the basics because I told them it's going to cost them 2K for the
Right.
other stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
And
But the
you
okay.
basics,
the basics were like what they need, what they're
Thank you.
gonna need,
right?
what skills do they need to have in order to do anything in there? What are you
Hmm.
offering? All that, right?
Right, and
What?
what they're going to need in advance.
Right. Okay.
There's a stick man coming up the steps. All I see is a stick. Hi, Coastal. Hi, Annie. Hi.
Hello,
Okay.
Costa. Hello,
So
Annie.
That was
today we
because.
have Khadijah. She's
Hello.
gonna go over what it takes to use Blender. Well, she's gonna give us a like a introduction on what the things that you could do in
Oh my
Blender,
butt. Oh my
what you need to
butt.
download, I guess. You can
Mm,
make clothes, whatever, make clothing and shape your body, this, that, and the other. But there's also a learning curve, right?
mm-hmm.
So, anybody got any questions out there about it? Cause I got some really.
I got a question.
Okay.
I didn't get to finish the introduction, but okay.
No, you go
We're
right
gonna.
ahead.
Oh
Introduce
no,
her.
no,
Well, we
no. I
didn't
did,
mention
but
about the board where people got to click the board to speak unless we're having a cordial conversation,
no. Y'all go right head on. I'm gonna sit here and drink my little drink and
Uh oh.
It was
Sweet, what you over there drinking? I heard you get kind of feisty after some drinks.
I don't get Ticey. I get all right. I'm right today. Well, I had to do the cheap thing with Mad Dog 2020 Orange Jubilee.
Dang, shoot, that's good.
Oh, I forgot. I still got a half a bottle of wine.
Oh,
Ooh wee.
oh my word!
Well,
Heck with all of that. Sharing is caring.
that's right. Share.
Well, if y'all was here, I would share.
She got
That's more of a
excuses.
reason. I know, right? All right, we all coming to Texas.
I got an unopened bottle of Jack Daniels. Who wants none?
Who
Uh
wants none? I want some.
You heard
It,
that, huh?
you gonna make a whiskey sour?
Yeah, that would be nice. The way you
Oh,
want
that
it.
would be nice.
I
That
want
would
me a
be
whiskey
nice.
sour. Mm-mm.
all I want is
I'm a rum
apple juice
drinker, like
and
rum and coke,
ice.
apple juice and ice. That's all I want.
What
That's all I
you talking
want.
about? Raw Crown and apple juice? Ew.
Hmm.
Where y'all get all these apples and maples and all this for a drink? Drink is
They get it
way
from
real.
Brenda.
Listen, listen, listen.
Exactly.
I swear that was true.
Oh no, I guess I'm from the old school. Drinking
Oh,
ain't
no
no
wonder
drinking unless it's
Khadijah's
original.
doing blender, huh? What do you be blending in there?
Uh-huh.
You blend it
Okay,
in.
so there's
Yeah.
this drink. If you take Tito and you take a pack of Kool Aid and you take some
Kool
Sprite and
Aid.
you take
You mix
some.
it together and it comes out a marvelous drink.
Okay,
To
what is it
jungle
now? Wait a
Yep.
minute,
Oh,
back
so we
up.
don't
Because I got Kool Aid. All right, you take Kool Aid and what else?
You take
lemonade.
Tito, lemonade, the
Lemonade.
Kool Aid, and some Sprite. You mix it up together, and now you have a new
You take your
drink.
favorite liquor and add it
Hmm.
to that equation and you
Ooh, that sounds
Jungle
good.
juice is part-time jungle juice drink.
What?
yeah, that sounds
I
about
want to
Part-time,
right.
make the.
Try the blue
Huh?
part-time jungle
Kool-Aid. The
juice
blue
drink.
Kool-Aid is the bomb.
Ooh,
Yeah,
tropical,
Hmm.
blueberry.
tropical. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
like
the
the
best one to
blueberry.
make a drink.
cherry. The blueberry's good, you say? Okay, I like.
The blueberry is
Mm.
yes good,
Y'all
man.
can
You
give
would
me the
be like,
wallop of that.
wow.
Now, you talking about the pack of Kool Aid that you add sugar to?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
the pack.
Yeah.
Don't
The
add no
the
sugar.
real
Just add it
Kool-Aid,
to
No
the
Right,
not
right,
sugar.
lemonade.
right, right. Okay,
not
from the
cool,
lemonade.
not Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid. The real one. KOOL dash that Kool-Aid.
That's all I buy. I don't buy the
No
store
froze one,
bought.
huh?
I know, right? Food line brand. Or whatever you
Well,
call it.
I ain't rich. I buy the no frills drinks. I'm sorry.
Really?
Ain't
Certain
nobody
things
rich.
I will, Jackie, or no frills.
But ain't don't you
Certain
get
things.
ain't don't you get 5 for 25 or 5 for 50? That Kool-Aid.
No, Kool Aid is the
No.
pack. They're expensive now.
Uh-uh.
Kool-Aid used to be, remember when Kool-Aid used to be 25 cents a pack?
I remember 10 cent a pack.
Damn.
I'm going to my HEBs and see how much of that Kool-Aid is.
Just get the big old can of it already sweetened and
That's
everything.
the
Just get
best
you
thing.
four or five of them.
I remember we used to go to the penny store and get it for 25 cents,
The,
and
25
then
the
cent.
Yeah, I
real
remember
they had the
25
little
cents.
ones you can get for 5 cents at the penny store.
That's right. And then,
mm,
right, that's the no frill one. But Kool Aid brings, see, certain things, Jackie, Kool Aid, I may go with the no frills. But certain things like mayonnaise
Nah.
or, right,
Mm-mm.
ketchup, I can't get the
Mm-mm.
store. I got to get
Mm-mm.
Heinz.
Mm-mm.
these
Gotta be
Kool-Aid
Heinz.
Yep.
these Kool-Aid is 31 cents each where I live at.
Dang. And it
Kool-Aid,
don't even have
31
sugar,
cents
huh?
each. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Walmart, it's like $1.
Dollar
And
for maybe three.
No, it's a
the
dollar for one.
Oh,
the
Kool-Aid?
mix,
Yeah, dollar for one.
yeah, the 8 quart is $3.79 each. And if you get the
Okay, they'll
package,
see on
the
the
unsweetened,
screen. I'm TPing some friends in.
the unsweetened soft drinks mix is 5 cents. It's $1.58 each. That's where I live. That's how much they cost where I live.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the show and then get to Khadijah. Wait for a few more people to come in to kind of like
start to trickle in um, towards the end. Just hold up. I just got to do it. And this is all shown on the screen, so everybody that's looking live must understand that I am doing my duty here. So,
Shit, I.
but anyway, okay, hold up. This will be quicker to do. Get it off the screen. Then
Oh, I miss little Saucy.
I know. If she comes, she can hide out in the audience. She's so little, I just won't zoom on her. That's all.
She's so cute. I like that little laugh. I miss that little laugh.
Maybe we could do a kids
Oh,
show every once in a while.
yeah.
Oh, that would be fun because I got trivia.
She's not. She can't come no more.
Well, the thing is, on the YouTube,
She's
the
fitting.
settings are for adults, like no kids, not suitable for kids, which in reality sometimes is not. And so I'm afraid if they that's why she used to sit up here. I would be kind of afraid if they see a little kid there, and the setting on YouTube, no kids allowed. Now I might if I change that
What's wrong?
and say it's okay for kids, then we gotta really be okay for kids, and that means language. I don't think the subject
Person.
matter would have anything much to do with it, but
Yeah.
mainly. So I'm
Yeah.
feeling it. I'm feeling it to
We
see
gonna
which
have a
way to go.
kitty show coast to coast. Don't worry about it. We gonna have her back up here. We gonna have
I
a
know, because I
saucy
miss
on.
her.
Mm,
All right, on our bulletin
me
board
too.
over there. This was an incident that happened. I think it's
Shh. Shut
what
up,
was it,
coast to coast. We
Lansing,
love her. We want her
Michigan?
here.
I know we do, but I spoke to Saucy. She understood. She can come and sit in the audience. Where I won't see her.
I
That's
seen,
all.
I read that story, and I looked at the video, and I felt bad for that kid because
Yeah.
it's racial profiling again, and it never stops.
Is it really racial? That's why I threw that out there. Is it really racial profiling in this case?
Hmm.
I found something.
Or
Let me go.
a case of mistaken identity, really? Because they got a picture description. The kid on the left, the picture on the left is a description that was given because this person was breaking into homes and the owner of the home saw him running out. That's the description that they gave the police. It was taken on a what are them doorknob cameras, whatever cameras, on the home.
Ringtone.
The
Right,
rings.
like a
Ring.
ringtone, yes. So when the police saw the kid on the right putting his trash out, they handcuffed him. So could it be, because it looks so similar? I mean, could it be that this kid earlier was in the wrong place at the wrong time and
No,
that picture was taken?
no.
So what
It's
you
racial
think?
profiling because look at how they look. The statues is different. The hair is different. So really,
Yeah, I gotta really look close. Is it different? That different? But look at the
yeah.
pants. The pants.
The pants
And the
match and the t-shirt matches, but you just don't pick up any black kid that has a black bag throwing it, and you clearly see the boy throwing the shit in the trash.
exactly.
So why would you still handcuff him if he's telling you he's taking out the garbage?
And he was young. I mean, where's the parent in that case? If they could walk up to him and he talks to them, he doesn't seem dangerous. You're right. They didn't have to handcuff him.
On top
No,
of that, you would think that the police officers are trained to be able to tell the difference and stuff like that, like to really look at a situation and look around the surroundings into that situation. So if they're looking at a suspect, they're looking at every little detail, right? You would
Right.
think that their eyes are trained like that. So if they're looking at the picture and they're looking at him, they should have noticed those differences that we see right now.
Exactly.
And
Wait a
we're
minute.
not
Okay,
police. And we ain't
I'm
police.
flabbergasted right now. Coastal
Okay,
has the
hold on, time out.
sweetest voice I've ever heard right now, and I was not
Okay,
expecting that. I'm
check
so
this
Really?
out,
You've
right?
sorry.
been a dog for
If you
years.
stop for a minute,
I
right?
didn't
If
know
you
Mr.
stop for a
Coastal
minute,
for that long.
Okay,
I
hold
wasn't
up.
expecting that.
Okay, hold up. Who's that talking?
if y'all stop for a second, right? It's easy for us to sit back after we've looked at the situation and we've analyzed the
And
situation
judge it.
to sit there and say, hey, you know what? You guys are trained for this. You should have seen this. But in that moment, and I'm just playing devil's advocate right now, okay? So if you're in that situation at that moment, you're not thinking about looking at every situation. You're looking at that might be the person, it might not. I don't want to take no chances, so let me lock this down first.
That's why I
Because
put
as an
that
outsider,
question.
I'm not saying that they can't stop them or anything like that, but stop them, take a break, and then think about what you're doing, and then go on to get the details into more stuff.
I'm
Like,
But
being
do the
honest, I
police
don't even know
officer
what
have?
situation.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know the situation. I don't know what happened. I'm not up to date on this. I'm just saying if you look at it from a logical point of view, we're all mad at the cops. Cops have done some fucked up shit. So we're automatically gonna say, hey, you're in the wrong. But if you look at the situation, they're right there in the midst of the moment. We've had time to look at it. We've had time to watch the tape
Analyze
over and
it
over.
and watch it. That's why I threw
You know
the.
what I'm saying?
That's why I threw it up there like that. Is it racial profiling? Is it, um, just a mistaken identity? In this case only.
Like I said, I'm not up to date on this event. I don't know what happened, but looking at it from a logical point of view, everybody has had time to look at the tapes, watch the tapes, and all of that. You know, when you're there in the situation, everything's different. Like,
Police
it,
officers
it,
you're right. They got to react at the situation at hand. Who's
that's
on
all
the
I'm
board?
saying. That's my only point of view.
All ladies on the board. Okay, I
Okay.
just want to break in and say when you see that someone has the mic, please refrain from talking and let them get their point across. Please and thank you. If you want to be on the board, please click the board and go ahead.
You cutting into my daggone talk time,
I
but
just
thank
shutted
you.
it up, did I not?
Okay. I'm gonna say simply one thing. We have most citizens as civilians do not undergo the same type of training our police officers, our military, etc. personnel have been quote unquote trained. Okay, it may only thing I have a problem with the training that they once were getting is obsolete. Okay, because it needs to be updated.
Yeah, it's behind
Okay,
the times, really. Yeah.
it's behind the times because if you can't clearly identify this young man, regardless to their color, is just taking the trash out, and you have a firearm on your hip and a badge, then maybe you need to have your training updated. You're supposed to be trained like you train a dog. Attack, don't attack. Heal, attack. Just the way you train your dog, you have to train our daggone officers too.
Okay, so
Okay.
what if it was him? You see what I'm saying? What if it was him and the police did nothing? I mean, they look and they analyze. Oh, should we do this? Oh, this, that, and the other. We arrest him. This, and then he gets away. Because if you really look at the two pictures, they were called in the area because the man describing that in that outfit on the left was breaking into homes. His image was caught on the home's camera. Now the police are in the area, and this guy comes out, innocent teenager, puts his trash in the can, and the cops pull over and handcuff him.
I'm just wondering, what if the person who was really doing the house stealing is related to the young child that's there, and he put the clothes on the young child to get away, and while he's throwing out the garbage, oh, I'm throwing the garbage, and in reality, he's covering for the next person. because I don't foresee someone stealing from the house and then the house next door, the kid miraculously have the same damn outfit out of nowhere.
And whether or not it was next door, that's yet to be learned. But that's the picture. The person called. They got a picture of the guy that was breaking in on their home camera, and
A
they
dummy,
they
a
certainly.
bona fide dummy,
Who's on the
a
board?
whole jack, dummy, a whole. Go ahead, Miss Juicy. I'm sorry.
Who's on the board? Is that Jackie?
Sweet.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, now I don't know who was talking about the police, but I just want to hit that. It don't matter whether you a police or not, cause they supposed to learn to protect and serve. But they have this excuse me, they have this code about they can't say what each other does, and I don't like that because if you do so, you see your police officer doing something, you're not supposed to say anything about it. That's some kind of code that they got.
Code of
But I don't
silence.
think there's code of silence. I don't like that because they do wrong too. Because you can have policemen in there that's not don't care about who they kill or who they shoot. They want the opportunity to have the right to shoot and kill whoever they want to kill, and they ain't gonna sit back and do nothing about it.
I think in this case, though, after they handcuffed him, they the father came out and said, "Hey, yo, you know what you doing? This, that, and the
Yeah,
other."
yeah, coast to coast, they do wrong, but they don't tell it on themselves. Hell, you like right now. I tell you something right now, and this true fact. They stopped coming to
Somebody's
domestic
mic's
fights.
open.
I think. Thank you.
That's mine. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They if you have domestic fights and shit like that, they used to come to your house. Now they tell you they don't come to your house not unless it's a verbal threat or something like that. Cause I know our witnesses. Cause I'm not putting up with a lot of stuff, and I'm too old to be trying to fight somebody that's stronger than me. Says, oh man, we don't come. I said, well, I tell you what, if you don't come, I'ma kill him. Then they come out there.
Well, I don't understand why if officer they could decide to come and not to come. When you dial 911, it's obvious it's an emergency.
Because
Who
I
are
think
they
a
to
lot of
say I'm not coming because it's not what?
it's domestic means wife or husband or family, because I think a lot of times when they do, they end up getting shot or something because of that situation.
No, no. Do y'all agree with that? That the police to have a
I'm telling
choice to
you, I'm
choose?
I'm I'm witness. I'm
Wow.
witness.
Yeah, I done
You know,
talked to my whole time just saying.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm enjoying it now.
I
See,
mean,
that's why I
I
need a
get back
board
on.
attendant because I don't
I can
know.
get back on. I was on. I didn't know it had went to
It's
Khadijah.
okay.
This board goes so darn quick.
a minute and a half.
Okay, Nas Jackie on. Go
Okay.
Okay, I'm
ahead,
gonna make this
Jackie.
short and sweet so I don't talk too long. Far as our police officers, what calls they can and cannot answer or should not be answering, I agree with our police not being called in for domestic violence issues if the person who's calling has not said, well, they threatened me with a knife, they threatened me with a gun, etc., etc., then no, the police should not be answering those calls because down the block and around the corner could be a major someone just got stabbed up, cut up, shot up. Okay, but yet they're around here talking to Mr. and Mrs. Smith who just having a bad argument. Should
So
there
you're
be
saying
other
like if I call
agencies?
if I call
I
the cops
disagree.
and
I
say
disagree
Should there
because
be other agencies that does
no,
respond to those
no.
type of calls? Yes, there should be, but it would not be 911. That's what you got to think about.
so if I
911
dial
has been
911 and say I'm having an argument with my husband, I want you to come and get him out the
the
house.
police should not be coming.
Honestly, I think they
Why
should
not?
start using
Why not?
psychiatrists and therapists to answer
Yeah,
those phone calls
That's
yeah.
crazy.
because if you need a cop to remove somebody, then that's when you use a cop. But other than that, those are more
I still
mental
have
and
15
verbal.
seconds, but okay.
Go ahead, Jackie.
Bye.
Sweet, why do you say that? No, they
I
shouldn't come.
disagree because they never know what's gonna happen if somebody comes. He could have bammed her head against the wall or whatever the case may be. They're there to protect and serve, not sit on their ass and eat donuts and laugh and ride down through the town. That's B. I'm sorry.
Well,
That's
maybe that's
BS.
not all what they're doing. If you have a busy city, they always out. But
Well, we
I
don't have a.
almost
We don't.
could, cause I like if I'm gonna call the police and say, look, I'm tired of this person in my home. You need to come get him out. What's the cop
That
gonna
that's
do?
that
What did that
that's
person do to harm you? For the police to come to make an arrest. If the police come, they're not gonna be able to do nothing. Nothing physical happened. And now you wasted a call bringing them to your house. Nothing physical
Ain't raising no call.
happened. You have no bruises. He didn't hit you. You just want him out the house. The
Bet not
police,
and bet not. But nobody bet not hit me.
but the police can't take him out the house
Oh yes, they can.
if they're on the lease, maybe.
They ain't on no damn. Not in my house. Ain't
Well,
nobody
you,
on
you
no lease
talk
in my house.
personal.
Well, I'm just saying different because right here people crazy. They on that stuff and they smoking and snorting stuff up their nose. You don't know what strength and what they might do, especially to an elderly person.
Okay. Anyone else on the board?
It's his eye.
Okay.
Uh, I feel like okay, so I don't feel like all cops are bad, and because I grew up as a PAL kid, if you know what that is, it's
Yeah.
Police Athletic League. So I've been around cops my whole entire life. So to hear that some cops are, to me, choosing the against their badge, their creed, and their what they went to school for is say screw the people. I'm trying to say without cussing because Miss Tisa, you made me promise I won't
That's right.
cuss.
You right. That's right. You're doing good, Khadija. I swear. I'm gonna give you a big
so,
hug.
so it's like they're saying forget everything they was taught and then they're just gonna demolish everything that people built the trust between cops and the people. I feel like we got these other agencies that sitting back doing jack nothing, just nothing but getting paid to do exactly nothing when they should be utilized inside of the communities. If you want to bring communities together, then you have to make the initiative to come within these communities and work together instead of breaking down. Because what I noticed, they took away a lot of stuff for kids to be kids, like community centers, parks,
You're
and
right.
after school programs and curriculums for them to become better human beings. Instead, you gave them weed, alcohol, sex, and drugs instead of stuff for them to be progressive and part of society. You gave them stuff to be
Or just to keep
Okay.
busy. Yeah, keep busy
right.
after
Okay,
school.
y'all. It's Jackie's time to talk.
Hey,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you. I agree with Khadijah on this one. When you take out resources out of the
Yeah.
communities where we live,
Yep.
you leave little to nothing for people to do. Okay, even not only just the kids but adults, because now if you take out the jobs that they can get and you move them far away and you pay better over there than you do over here, but your business is here in my neighborhood, how can I work there? It's not going to help me. It's like working for free. But police officers is not supposed to be governing like your personal situations. It's police officers are for, yes, they are to protect and serve, but to a minimal. Okay, meaning that where I once lived in Virginia, if my husband called the police on me because I said I'm going to smack the shit out of you, he called the police officer. Police
They
came and
can't
knocked
do
on our
nothing.
door. They can't do anything at all. They may tell me, you know what, we're going to
Okay,
take both of you out of this
Okay.
house.
That's
Time
right.
up, Jackie. It's Mr. Carter time.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I think people are calling cops for the most asinine things, lying on people just to get them out of the house. right? I mean, that's the world we're living in right now. So yeah, I can see where the police are now saying, if there's not a threat of danger to you or bodily harm, then don't call us because we're not coming, right? Because I think in the world we live in now, people have to realize when you have an unwanted guest in your home, what your legal rights are. You know what I mean? If that person is paying rent in that house, you may not have a right to evict them.
That's right.
Right? I mean, let's take bodily injury off the table. Right? Now you're having an argument and you want him to go. You know, men do the same thing, but let's just say mostly women say, get that
Get the out
blank
my
out.
house.
Right? And if he is paying rent, he has every right to be in that house. You can't legally remove him. You got to go through the legal process to have him evicted. Or, you know what I mean, to approve that kind of stuff. I think it's state by state of what
Okay, it's Khadijah
they will
time.
allow.
I'm sorry.
That's
Sakara.
good.
No,
That's
that's
good.
fine.
Yeah, because I can't see. Thanks, sweet.
Okay, to add on to what Miss Sakara has said, I feel like if a person could evict the person out their home and I already paid my rent, that you give me back every single freaking fracking dime that I already paid for it to be into that household.
And that legally may happen.
And
That can.
I feel like if you kick a person out of a place that they living in and they causing no real harm, no real trauma, and over an argument, and you want to kick a person out because you didn't like what the person said to you, run me my coin back. On everything. Run me my coin back.
Well, if you
I
get
agree.
kicked out and you're on the lease, and this situation,
That's
I heard,
wrong.
I'm not
What
going to
if I
mention
feel-
any names, but
But if I feel like, okay, if you could kick me out, then hell, I could kick you out because I'm paying part of the rent too, or have
Right.
the bills.
well, if
Yeah,
you
but
get, if
your
you
name
get a-
has to be
Fish
on
ain't
the
no-
leash.
right.
Lease.
Now,
That's
if
what I'm
the
saying.
Name, if the name,
If the name is
lease,
on the lease,
right.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on the lease and you kick them out or put a protection order against them, that eliminates them from the lease. You might be putting
Yeah.
your own self in danger.
It
because-
doesn't until you illegally do that.
Right,
Like
but
if their name
that's
is
like-
on the
that's like my baby father tried to put an order protection against me for him and my daughter, and my daughter lived with me.
Okay,
I'm
my
like-
Somebody
time.
on the board?
My time.
Okay.
It's
Look
Miss Sweet
here.
Juicy.
Look
Yep,
here.
I hear you.
I'm gonna put it just like this. I had a nigga staying with me, and let me tell you, he alright. But I don't like to don't when I tell you not to do something in my house, cause this is my house. I don't like to be cursed at. Call all kind of names. I don't do you like that. Why do me like that?
agreed.
Then he didn't pay half the money because he let somebody hold his card for his little habit. I didn't get my shit. So you think I can't throw out those get out of my house? You're not paying me. I gave you 2 chances.
Yeah, but you could get him out. He's not on your lease.
That's right.
He's
He's
not,
not on
you
my
know-
leave. But I still had to take him to court because he's been here
Right.
more than 6 months.
Right.
But he wasn't
So
getting
now-
no mail here.
So now you
Okay,
got to
what is it?
prove that he hasn't paid you rent and you want him out.
And nothing's
So
in
then the
writing.
court takes over.
Girl, that
You
nigga
know?
out. That nigga out. He is out of my house for good.
Well, I'd leave if somebody didn't want me there.
I
But
know,
if he
That's what I
in a
mean.
heartbeat, I'll leave.
the
And,
point
you know-
is, if he paid rent, I would want my money back. If I paid
He
rent,
ain't getting
yeah.
nothing. He ain't getting jack,
All right,
nothing.
next
Okay.
on the board.
all right, all right.
Let me say it like this: we got crazy individuals in the world. You know, just because somebody says, "Hey, I want you on my house," doesn't mean they're always going to leave. But at the same time, right? Cops go to everybody's house. Any domestic violence, cops automatically go there where the woman is in the right. These are facts. You can Google.
I probably agree with that.
Women are always right. And a lot of
We're
the
the ones
time,
that call. We're
We're the ones that call.
but hold on. We also know that women like to tell tales too.
Yeah.
Now I'm not bashing all women because men do a lot of fucked up stuff. Okay? Oh, excuse my language, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That's okay.
It's all right.
Women do a lot of messed up stuff, just like men.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of times when men ain't doing something, or they just want the attention of the man and the man's not giving it, they call the
Right.
law because they
Right.
automatically know they're gonna be believed.
Right.
So I'm in agreement with the cop shouldn't go to a domestic dispute. It
Right.
shouldn't be
Mm.
up to the cop because their first instinct is the woman is right.
Protect the woman, especially because we
Right.
call. We make the call.
Exactly.
Now,
And
ladies,
it's
do
not
we
only
know
that.
that? Do we
It's,
know
It's
that?
not only that.
yeah,
It's
we know
at the
that.
end of the day, men
Wait
do
a
a
minute,
lot of
let him
messed up
finish.
stuff.
Let
Right.
him finish.
Right. So,
So,
do you
Right.
think, TJ, that we know women know that? Do we know that,
Yeah, they
ladies?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
we know
Okay,
that.
but
Jackie
Yes,
time, Jackie time.
yes,
Put your
Okay.
name back on the
yes.
board if you want to
Some
finish
women
talking. I
play
got
that
time.
woman's. I'm sorry, Coco.
Go ahead.
Some women pull that woman's card when it's beneficial to them.
Right.
I'm gonna call a spade,
That's
okay?
right.
But the
Right.
part of Virginia that I lived in, yes, you call the police on a domestic issue, they offer to escort both of you out,
Wow.
okay? Both of you. Now, this is what I wanted to say. Even if it's a domestic issue, we should not be calling 911. We should be calling 910, 912, etc., etc. If it's the
Mental
person is
health type
threatened, yeah,
thing.
something
Yeah.
towards you. Exactly. There should be a different number other than 911. If you suspect somebody's robbing your neighbor's house, yeah, your first intention is to call 911, especially if you know that person is not there in a home, they're on vacation, you're house setting or watching or whatever, and you see somebody trying to go in their house and you never seen that person before. Yes, I could see you calling 911. So and so, my neighbor is on vacation. I'm house sitting for her, and I see someone trying to go into her
That's an
home. I
emergency.
do not recognize this person. They will get somebody out of there quicker than a fly can hit a poopied up butt donkey. That
And
was so
I,
hard to
I'm back on that. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Now I don't have. Yeah, okay, I took you in as a friend, but I'm not gonna let you abuse me just because I took you in. I have the only stipulation he had here. He didn't get no key from my house. No, because you're not gonna come in all through the night in my house, and you're not bringing no women here. You're not smoking in my house, and you're not doing no dope in my house, and you ain't bringing none of your friends can come over here because they're all drug addicts. Okay,
You
your
you
sister
really
wouldn't get
venting today,
no,
girl.
I'm not. Yeah, your sister wouldn't let you live with her. None of your friends want you to live with them, but you had
Yes,
to
you
go with the
venting.
guy.
She's
I'm
venting.
not being. I'm telling you the
Yeah, but
truth.
you telling the
Yeah,
whole
but you're
I
telling
truth.
don't
the
care.
truth.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired. I was tired. You let your man hold your car that you get your drugs from it, but you couldn't pay
But
me
that
rent
doesn't have nothing to
because
do
you
with the
owed your whole.
police
I
coming
don't
to
care.
you.
And I
Oh
called the police and
Lord.
I told him I want that nigga out of my house. And I
Okay.
could have had him arrested because he did have something against him. But I said, I just want him out of my house. Tell him to find a place to stay. Get
And
the
they
hell up out of
couldn't
my
do
house.
it, right?
Yeah, they could have put him in jail.
They
They can't
can't.
remove him like that
They
because
can't put
he's
him in
been in
jail
your house.
because I don't care. Listen,
Next
he
on the
had a
board, and
warrant.
we're gonna move
It's
on.
a bite.
I'm gonna say this. He had a warrant out for his arrest.
Miss Juicy, did you slick?
She was
You
so
know
No,
what?
they
Feisty.
already knew he had a warrant out for his arrest,
Feisty.
okay,
but they
okay,
didn't want to
okay.
take him in yet.
Wait a minute. I'm just gonna piggyback on that. Like, this is one thing I didn't understand that a lot of people do. If I'm help paying rent half of the bills, and you're not gonna give me a key to come in and out freely, don't get mad when I'm messing up your damn time because I need you to do certain things for me. I need to be able to go in and out. And if I'm paying half the bills, I should be able to have company over too. Because it's no longer just your house; it's our house.
No, it ain't our
Because
house. It's
if
our
that's the
house. It
case,
ain't nothing.
you old folks got it mad twisted.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
If I gotta pay some of the bills in the house too, I should be able to have some type of freedom as well.
Khadijah, when he first started with me, he didn't pay for 3 months. Come on. I let him stay.
Hey then, you didn't
I
pay for
wanted
three
him to
months.
be
Then you should have
right.
put him on the corner and tell him make my money.
Uh,
Because really,
Oh Oh my
Right.
God.
That's
First of all,
unnecessary.
Run me my
all
point.
right.
I was gonna see was he be man enough to come and say, "Well, here, well, I'm staying with the da 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 da."
I'm gonna
No,
pause the
then
next person so we can go to the next subject because we went.
Like, run
We
me
need
my damn coin.
counselors. Sweet.
He's a dude. It's like you can do anything, sir. Like I don't be understanding.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
up on the board there.
It's Jackie.
Y'all crazy.
Mm.
Okay, when I first just saw this story come out, the picture of the sister there, NBC News, I think CNN did the same thing. I'm looking at it for the first time when it first came out, and it was told just how you see it there. Texas
Ooh,
woman,
I need $20. I gotta find me. Ooh, excuse
Texas
me.
Texas woman arrested and charged with threatening. Wait a minute, what is that? Federal judge overseeing Trump's um, case, right? Overseeing this case. Now they showed that picture. So I'm looking, I said, wow, she was arrested. She looked like she's black. To me, it seemed as if the picture that should have been there was the white woman over there to the right of that picture, with the picture of her came out 3 days later, and she's the criminal. Why did they show, or at least explain the ad a little bit better? First,
Is that the judge?
yeah,
Is that? I'm
that's the
sorry.
judge. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So how do y'all feel about that? I mean, when I first saw it come on, I said, "Wow, this sister threatened the judge." I'm like, and she looked all sophisticated. They use a different picture in the first incident than that. And then I didn't even know until that the face of the woman that really did the crime until about 3 days later when they first posted this. And that's not right because certain people will get a wrong impression. You have some people
Right.
that look at something once and draw
If
their
they
own
were black,
conclusion.
if she was black, she would have been up there.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
So the lady's name is Abigail, right? And she was charged with, she admitted to, okay, here's what I'm going to throw out. She admitted she threatened this woman, called her a nigger, slave, go back to this, that, and the other. And we got our sights on you, and we're going to, eliminate you. So when they arrested her, she said, yeah, I said that, but I wasn't going to carry that out. She said, and plus she was arrested 4 times in the past with similar threats. Why isn't she in jail? Because her name is Abigail. Anybody on the board want to comment?
Okay, let me clearly understand this. The larger picture to the left is the person who made the threats.
No, that's the judge who was threatened.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now the lady that's in the little shot, that's Abigail to the right.
Right.
Okay. And this is the person who threatened the judge.
Exactly.
She should be in jail.
She should be in jail.
That's a federal offense.
Well, she's innocent she did admit she made the
No,
threat.
no.
Right.
If she put that threat out there where it can be read by others on any forum, that's a federal offense in the United States of America. You're threatening a sitting judge, regardless to what cases she's overstanding at the time. That's a federal offense.
Exactly. But they ended up arresting her, but they never posted her picture right away. They kept showing the judge, but we didn't see Abigail. After I saw it like the second time, I said, oh no, that's got to be the judge. But first impression, seeing it the first time, you thought she was the criminal.
NBC News is good for that.
Yep. CNN did the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, they're good for that because they would rather. It's kind of demeaning in a way to the viewer because it's like, oh, then they'll come back. Well, they come back and they're like this, they're like that. They cast bad shadow before the real story even comes out.
Exactly. They don't
when
wait.
it's situations like this. But Trump's ASS is going to jail.
Yes, he is. I think so. Now, did you hear that he wanted to
Uh huh. Uh huh.
canceled to the
Uh huh.
2026.
Uh huh. It don't work like that.
No, it doesn't. It shouldn't work like that.
He is going to jail right now. I think all of his little dominions. This is my personal opinion. All his little dominions are starting to back swim because they're not going down with him.
They
They are.
backpedaling
They
And
now.
back paddling. Yeah.
back
Too
paddling,
late.
that's the word. Thank you. They're back paddling and they have their careers, their lives to think about.
All
You
right, we have
know,
Sakara.
Sash, this Kara's
Oh,
Her.
yeah. Go on, girl. You got the floor. Sasha. Okay. Gonna pass her.
If you're trying to test your mic, no, we cannot hear you.
Oh, now, yeah, we hear something.
Her
It's
whispering.
trying.
I'm gonna turn her up.
No, say something. She sounds far away, like the mic's not pushed all the way in or something.
Yeah, she said yes, and I turned her up so I can hear her.
You want to try to speak?
Sorry, I walked away.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry. I got nothing.
Lord,
I
my
know.
I think that was from the last topic.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, sorry.
Who else is on the board?
I am. Thank you for that lookout because I was wondering what the hell is going on with my feet. Thank you. I will fix it. I feel like, in all honesty, that lady, there's this country, and I don't know if they still do it. For every crime you do, every person in that country gets to slap the hell out of you.
What? It's a
So
small country.
That's a small country. Rhode Island.
we could implement that because they need some sense knocked into them. And I will travel across the world, have my palm greased up, wrapped up, ready to slap the living taste out of somebody. I want to slap them so hard that they remember what they did in their past life. The day they came out there past Mama Cootie Cat and on. Because I let's go to the next subject. But I feel like judges nowadays should not feel like they should need security to sit
No, I
watch
agree.
them nowadays because I know there's another judge who had people come up to the stairs because they was threatened to kill her, and other people had to come and protect her. It's like, who are you to control what goes on in a courtroom? Because nowadays our system is crumbling, like it's failing.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Okay, in
Shut up.
addition, I
I
just want to
agree.
notice in addition to that, the grand jury that was used to decide whether or not charges will be brought up against Trump, which would end up being 16 charges, but it was like more, it was like about 10, 12 people that got charged. The grand jury in the state of Georgia, they are allowed to print your name. They print the name of the grand jury. People out there found out you could easily find an address from somebody's name.
Oh,
Go Google that.
excuse me.
And now they're being threatened also.
Yeah.
So the judge, now the jury, grand jury and everything like that. And one of the medals, the one of them that were indicted, he wants to move it to federal court because he doesn't like the jury pool.
He getting fat.
He wants to get a more diversified jury, except for the one that they selected, whereas because he feels going to be blacks on it. Because as far as the grand jury, I think it was like 8 black and the rest were, different nationalities, about 7 black.
trying to overthrow.
So he shouldn't be allowed to move that to federal court so that the jury will represent him more.
Well, but they've been doing that, right?
Anyway, yeah.
They've always allowed that. If lawyers fight for that.
Well,
Over
I'm
that's
there in
just
what.
Miss
saying.
Well,
Khadijah,
Trump
Miss
right
Khadijah
now.
zone.
Okay, Trump right now
Miss
is. I
Khadijah
pause her.
on it.
I pause her.
Oh,
Trump
okay.
right now is.
Actually, you press resume.
Did I? Well, you paused already, weren't you? Was I on pause? Let me take a
I
look.
think because the time is still going, it says
This
resume.
damn dog gonna have damn
Okay, go
fleas
ahead,
in my.
Khadijah.
On to the next topic.
Yeah.
Uh, Barbie. Okay.
Oh
I'm
Lord.
not a full Barbie girl. I did have some Barbie dolls that we did pop legs off, cut hair off, and drew all over the faces. My mama did not buy us any Barbie dolls again. So we fucked up. See, I said my first curse word. I did curse all the time. Okay, we she did. She stopped buying us Barbies, but people. I have a problem with it because everybody was so against us having a black mermaid and everybody supporting
Mm-hmm.
a Barbie doll. And it's
What
like
the hell?
y'all didn't have that much energy when we had Haley being Ariel as opposed to Harley Quinn being Barbie. So I feel like I'm over it. I'm like over it because I did a video for Barbie World. I got 5.5K views. I don't care. I'm done. That was my job. I finished that. But we didn't get a black Barbie and black Ken. I swear I saw something that looks really disgusting before they actually upgraded the Barbies.
Okay, sweet juice. Sweet juice.
Yeah, when Barbie came out, I had two white Barbies, one black Barbie. I had a Shanty Cathy doll, one that can supposed to be walking, all that kind of shit. When I was coming up, because that's the only damn dolls that they had coming out in these little stores until they come with the darn what's that stuff with them cabbage patch doll?
Oh
They
yeah,
had
that
all
came
kind of
out.
black
Oh my
cabbage
gosh,
patch
fought for
dolls and
that
stuff.
too, man. All right,
Oh, Barbie,
so
you can
Barbie.
tell.
No, go ahead,
Mm,
sweet. You're not done yet.
so you talking about Barbie becoming thick too? What the hell you see a big ass Barbie with they flat
I'm gonna
booties
show
and
you. I'm gonna
small
show you.
titties?
Okay, so what year? This will go to the next speaker coming up too, after sweet. What year did the first Black Barbie come out?
Oh Lord.
1970,
Nope,
1960.
nope. Don't Google it. Believe it or
I know
not.
exactly when it came out.
Who's next on the board? When?
It came out.
Go ahead, Jackie. It's on you.
It came out in 91.
Nope.
No, why I'm saying 91 is because I bought my daughter a Barbie and she painted her face with a permanent brown magic marker.
That's what we all did when we were younger.
So that's when Barbie became African American.
Actually, the
I'm
year
just,
In your
is
house.
the
In
year
your
I was,
is the
house.
but
year
it's,
is 1980.
Yeah, in the
That's late.
80s.
That's late.
I'm gonna say this: Barbie is a wonderful toy for young girls. Okay, regardless of her plastic color, it is a wonderful little toy. It gives them ideas of what they would like to do. It's their first introduction, other than what they mom and they pop tell them, that they get to see what type of career they want to go towards. And that's what a lot of women today are forgetting about. We don't even have real good toys for these children to really play with anymore. Everything is either on a
I
cell phone
know.
or a computer.
Legos and nothing, man.
So yeah, it used to be therapeutic back in the days. I was born in '67. I had, by the time '80 came around, '79, '80, I had 10 collective Barbie dolls.
I
Okay.
have
Okay.
Next.
287 Barbie dolls, and
God.
100 out of
Wow.
those are collectibles. I got one from
Why
Sasha.
are we collecting
1935.
them?
Sasha's on the
People don't
board.
even collect them anymore like that no more.
No, they played out.
Mm.
Sasha.
I don't
No,
collect
I
them anymore.
totally agree that Bobby in her day and doing all of the occupations taught a lot of young girls that they could be almost anything that they wanted in that day and age. But for 2023, I'm over it. I don't get it. I don't know why we got adults walking around with Bobby outfits on and going to the movie and do. I don't get it. I
They
don't
want to
get
show.
it.
They want to show that ass. They want to
Oh
show
my
that ass.
God, it's ridiculous with all the pink and having
The
Barbie
purple,
parties
purple
and you're
biscuit colors.
65 years old, 50. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense for me. We got human
So
trafficking. We
how do
got
you
so
think
many
about
other things going on. Do we
exactly?
really need to be obsessive about a Barbie doll? I don't get it.
No.
Why did we
That's
go
my
so
2 cents.
crazy in Second Life for the past week or so?
It's
Everybody's
not just
doing
Second Life. It's
set
not just Second
about
Life.
Barbie.
Right. I don't get it. But it's in real too.
Oh, really? I didn't see it so much in
Oh
real
yeah.
life.
Yeah, I
Oh
got
yeah.
people walking around with the Pepto Bismol pink around here.
What?
Okay.
Since that movie came
My
out,
time.
everybody's walking around Pepto Bismol.
Crazy.
Who's on
All
the
Crazy.
right,
board?
look,
Go ahead, sweet.
look. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Them little
Uh
dolls
oh.
and that y'all talking about, it didn't. You know what I want to do? I learned, and I want to teach myself how to sew, how to make clothes. That's what I was
Right.
We did
interested
all
in.
that for our dolls.
Yeah, no, I did it. I did it from when I went to school. My parents, I took home ec. I took everything
Right.
I could to learn about home life.
Right. But
I
they
took
don't do that now.
No, they
Do
don't.
No,
they?
they don't.
No.
They don't. No,
Mm-mm.
they don't do that. They stopped that. In all my classes when I'm from sixth grade after I got out of sixth grade, seven, eight, nine, up to 12th grade, I took home ec. I learned how to cut hair. In 12th grade, I'm a hairdresser, but non-practice hairstylist and everything. That's where you make money. I don't care about no dolls and stuff like. I was trying to learn me some that I can make money off on. You know, I still have people come over my house today, and they want me to cut their hair and stuff like that. That's fine. I don't have no problem with that. I have to learn. You have to learn. I do
Well, at least something you'll
CDs.
fall back on if you learn
Yeah, I
home
do
ec, learn how to
CDs.
make clothes or do
But they're not
hair,
teaching that in
but they're
school.
not
They're not
teaching it
teaching
They're
anymore.
any
not
of
teaching
that in
that in
school.
school no more. They don't teach home.
Next on the
Okay.
board.
And
I,
parents aren't pushing for them to do that either.
Mm-mm.
So,
I disagree because I know when I went to high school they did have home ec, but what they wasn't teaching is people to actually cook. It was always baking stuff. My daughter, she does take cosmetology classes where she
Oh, I
is learning
love
how to
that.
do makeup, nails, and all that.
I
But
love that.
she learned how to sew. I used to have after school programs where we did learn how to sew, but for her now, she learned how to sew, knit, crochet, and all that through her granny, through her
right.
nana.
Me too.
Oh
Me
yeah, we
So
too.
all did. Yeah.
Me
that's why
too. My
she
grandma.
knows how to do it now. And they took that out of schools just like they take it up. Anything that has anything to do with kids' mental and physical growth, they're taking it out. They want you to focus on the BS. Fabric store is so
They
fun. Like you
don't
go
want
to
you to
micro,
focus on the positive
right?
possibilities.
Positive
They want
stuff.
you to focus on the negative stuff. The
Right.
stuff
I
that will
remember
bring you
like
down.
going to school. I made my daughter an outfit. That was the first outfit I made. She was only what 2 weeks old. Think about 2 weeks old or a year old. It was a white onesie. It had her name on it with the cute little pink heart on it with the thing. And I took two pants that she couldn't fit no more. The corduroys in the front and the other little piece in the back and tights and some socks. You
Okay.
couldn't tell me nothing because it was the first outfit I made my daughter.
Okay.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is that Barbie, they came out with a doll called Christy in the year 1968. And what they did, they just took Barbie, same features, same hair, same everything, and made her a little bit darker and said that that's going to be the black Barbie. People
You, you sure?
complain.
Wow.
You sure
Yeah.
that wasn't after the movie star Teresa Grave and Christy Love?
The what?
You sure that doll wasn't made after uh,
I don't
movie.
know.
Christopher Teresa Grave? That's her name.
They saying the Christie had the same body as Barbie, so that their clothes will were interchangeable, but her face was a new design intended to highlight the facial features of a black woman. Many consider Christie to be the first black Barbie. Christie was part of a series of talking dolls, but complaints were she looked just like Barbie. She didn't look black. She didn't have the features of a black woman. I remember I
My daughter
fought.
loved Bratz. Bratz dolls were her things, not Barbie.
Okay,
Miss Miss
I'm gonna say
Jackson.
something that might some of y'all might take it very offensive, and I don't mean to offend you. Um, for me as an African American woman, once an African American child, my first African American doll was called Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, because you could sew it like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, and that was a doll that was sewn together by garments that no longer could be shared by any of your other siblings. No one else could wear it.
Wow, that's true.
Okay, so all this hoopla over Barbie and etc. and all of them is a bunch of BS. It's marketing BS.
Yeah,
Women particularly tend
yeah.
to fall in that crap deeper, okay, on a whole different level, because now you want to identify with Barbie, but at the same time you don't take your God, it took everything for me not to curse. You don't take your behind down to your school and demand certain classes be put back in your children's schools.
We got to do
I
that.
gotta drop the mic because my phone is ringing.
Okay, but you know when I was growing up, this will be the last point made, and we'll move on because we have Khadijah is going to show us a few things. I'll just
Oh,
put you on
excuse me.
pause, sweet. When we were little, my sister and I wanted a Barbie doll. We wanted a Barbie doll. And we couldn't understand why we couldn't get it for Christmas. We cried. We opened up our presents Christmas morning. My mom had us a black doll looking like Barbie, but it was not Barbie. We threw the doll. This ain't Barbie. Got upset. I don't know if we were brainwashed because that's all we had black and white TV. So, so we see the Barbie on TV. We wanted our doll that we got for Christmas to look just like her. And my mom could not afford it then.
But afford it, right?
She could not afford it, so she bought
You
us the next.
ungrateful child.
I know. Well, we didn't say it out loud. Me and my sister like, this ain't bar. We'll beat it up. We'll have the my brother's army men come beat him up, and next thing you know, we cut all the hair out, and that was done with it. But that's just how much we saw TV, black and white. So we couldn't. You really couldn't tell the shade of the doll, really.
Yeah, but it's all marketing, it's to get these. Why do you think these kids want $200 sneakers and you know what I
All
mean?
about what they
All
see on
marketing.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
They won't get no. They would go around right down there and get you a dollar pair of sneakers and
My
be
Back in the
happy
day,
and
mom,
walk
shoot,
in 'em.
my mom's secondhand
when
store. She
we
shopped at.
when Reeboks first came out, my child wanted Reeboks high tops, and they were like $125. I'm like, have you lost your ever loving
I
mind?
know, really.
You don't run track. You don't play ball. All you do is get on the bus, get off the bus, go to school, get back on the bus, and come home. I'm not paying for 125 for no sneakers.
They better go
No.
to Sears and Robot and Terry Ferries
I
and all
know.
them.
Secondhand store and get army sneakers like my brothers had.
You know, Sears and Robot wasn't no secondhand store, and that Terry
No, it
Ferries was
wasn't.
a
They
regular
had good
store.
quality though.
Yeah, they had good quality.
Sears
I'm
and
on board.
Roebucks. You said it both. They broke down the
Yeah,
Sears. Who was Roebuck? The
yeah.
black guy or something?
No, Sears and Robot. That's the name of the state store. Sears and
I
Robot.
know, but that's two people's names.
I don't know. Google
Sears
it.
and Robot. I'm gonna
Sears
Google
and
that.
Robot. Them two the same
Who was
place.
Robots? As soon as they got rid of him, it was just Sears.
Yep, they got rid of that person Robot. I guess he pulled out.
I'm
And
gonna
we had
Google
we
that and
had
find out when did they
Terry
split.
Sears and Robot. We had Terry Ferries. We all them had a little did dime stores and stuff like that down there. Now they all gone. Shoot.
All right, so Khadijah, we're gonna let you
Yeah,
have.
that's why I got off. I let Kadisha go ahead so she can have
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
cause she's gonna tell us a few things about Blender,
'Cause y'all, I can
and
tell y'all all about
Yay.
Blender.
Okay,
yeah,
wait a minute. Let me get my pad.
I know, right? You can
I
ask
need to take
questions,
notes.
and if she's ready, she could start.
Well, I'm gonna leave y'all to this. I gotta go to some important stuff at my house, y'all. Sorry.
Okay.
SL
Thank
Peoples,
you.
Peoples.
Mm, I'm waiting for them to come. I'm gonna wait till they drive up and then I'll disappear.
Okay, so we're gonna wait while we can talk about Mother Nature. I don't know what's going
What
on.
happened?
You,
Talk about nature.
Khadijah, you ready?
Talk about
Yeah, I'm
nature.
ready. I'm sorry. I went and got some water
That's okay.
and some Rice Krispie treats.
We always have something. Oh man, Rice Krispie treats.
I can't eat them things.
They're a little
I
too
ain't got,
sweet for me, but
I ain't got no
look,
teeth to crunch them.
sweet you can tell all your damn business. All that mercy.
I
Nobody
ain't
ain't
got
know
no.
you ain't have no teeth.
Well, I have teeth, but not in the back. All my molders are gone.
Our so
Oh my gosh, look what's going on. Just breaking news. Now you know that storm is
what
heading
happened?
towards Southern California, right? They just had
No.
a that Hurricane Hillary is heading towards the Southern California where it never rains, but they're gonna get dumped on. They were already told to evacuate. Now they just had a
Wow.
5.1 earthquake just
Wow.
hit California.
Okay.
Magnitude
Put that in my purse.
5.1 quake hits as Hillary
I figured you didn't
conditions
want no beer.
worsen. So we in for another
Y'all,
thing.
excuse me. I'm about to turn my mic off for a minute, okay?
All right, Khadijah. Next
Okay,
week we'll have
so
a special guest too. Just let me throw that in there. Go ahead, Khadijah.
so today, hold on.
Okay, start out by what is blender, and don't say it's something to mix a drink with. He was
Where's
messing with us last week.
Mon Diego?
Oh yeah, I had to give him a couple of warnings. So
Okay.
Oh
when we
God.
talked to him,
So I'm sorry. You can hear me now.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna need a couple of programs if you want to make clothing. If you just want to make houses, you only need Blender. If you want to make clothing, you need Blender, Marvelous Designer, and this thing that I discovered called the Bento Buddy.
Okay, marvelous designer. Do you have to pay for that?
Everything has to be paid for. The
Except
only thing
blender.
that is free is Blender. And for clothes, I use the in-world colors unless I'm putting graphic designs on it. Furniture, you make it in Blender, that's free. The only thing, because with clothes, you're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need Avastar, you're going to need Blender, you're going to need Substance Painter if you want your clothes to look real. You're going to need Bento Buddy, and you're going to have to give SL your payment information if you want to upload mesh.
Right. So,
People use
but okay.
Photoshop
So,
too. Yep,
okay.
photo. I just don't use
Photoshop.
Photoshop or GIMP. I don't use Photoshop or GIMP because that gives you the most help.
So,
But you
so
can
how?
use it, right? If you have that
Yes, a
Yes,
lot of
experience.
people use
yes.
Photoshop. Yes, definitely.
For the
Marvelous
photos,
designer. How much is marvelous designer? A lot.
depends on what you want to get. So it might go open and come up to executive. It'll say like 1,000, 2,000. Click to the left. It'll come up to probably $300 to $400.
Okay, and then you need what's the learning curve? Well, okay.
Look,
Why do you need Blender? Why do you need Marvelous Designer? What does what? What does Blender do versus Marvelous Designer? Can you just have Marvelous Designer without Blender? Use that?
No, because Blender acts like for the Blender it has the bones for the avatars and for each bodies for like Reborn, Maitreya, etc., etc. So you need that to convert it to come into the game.
Right. Okay. So
That's
Blender, when you say when you make clothes, you have Beliza, you have
mhm
Legacy, you have Maitreya, you have all this. How do you
mhm.
get those patterns? How do I how do I get the specs to do Maitreya? How do I get the specs to do Legacy and all this, that, and the other? Do I have to contact someone in
For
Second Life to say, hey, give me your pattern, your foundation
no,
if I want to make clothes for Maitreya?
to start making clothes before you go to any of these people, this is I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need first. You're gonna need a store, an in-world store, because they're gonna want to come look at it. You're gonna need a name for your store. You're gonna need a marketplace. You're gonna need a Flickr and a Discord because they are passing their stuff through Discord. And a business email address that is not connected to your actual email address because they will email it to you. Once you do all of that, have that ready, then they're going to want to see, can you mesh? Can you make clothes? They want to see all of that ahead of time. So if you have all of that laid out, have your pictures ready, your prices ready, and
But
what you're going to need.
how could you show them how you could
Uh,
mesh when you don't even have the you don't have the material to work with up front?
This is what I'm trying to tell you because there's some things I can't say on the air.
Oh,
Hello,
I could get
hello,
in
hello.
trouble.
Get the basics before you actually do anything
What the
else.
hell
is there something
Who's
out
that?
there that we can go like a certain page that says if you ever wanted to design in Second
Yes,
Life, this is what you need?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
Oh my
absolutely
god.
need that.
Who?
Who's that?
That's my mom just all up in the Kool-Aid.
Oh, so you can get some of these basics on
You're
YouTube,
not
right?
sorry.
I'm thinking so. I'm gonna go to Google and just search what does it take to design clothes in Second Life. So if they
You
say you
got
need Blender, I need to
mhm.
contact this vendor or this person, this designer.
Because you have to go to the store. They have pre kits. If you start off with the kits that are free
They
and
are
show them
free.
that you the ones that they have out are free. But if you want to do clothes for the body, the full dev kit, you have to apply for it and you need certain things before that. So let's say if you make some nails before you even get the mesh and show them, hey, I made this. If you have something in your store showing proof that it has your name on it as the creator and anything else, then they can say, okay, you know how to mesh, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. Then they can give you the dev kit
Okay, so what do you
for the
start
clothes.
out creating without the dev kit? Nails, you said, or
Nails.
hair? Don't you? You don't need a
Mm-hmm.
kit for that, right? You just
You need a
design.
kit for all of those. If you can prove that you can mesh, then they will give you that. So a lot of places they will make you wait
Well,
Who's
meshing
on the
is the
board?
most difficult part of it,
because you need
isn't
to
it?
learn.
Right, right,
Yeah, meshing is a different component because once you mesh and you put your clothes to Blender, now you gotta rig it.
right. I heard all them. Jack, you got a question from Khadijah? She's on the board.
Hmm.
Okay, I was just trying to make sure that we needed to click the board. But my question is this. Um, in this session that you're doing right now, like if a person who's never made anything mesh at all, if you don't, I want to know if you don't have a premium account or status for meshing, would that create a problem for you to even bring anything into SL?
Right.
Right. What does it take to bring
Actually, no.
upload stuff?
So you don't
My
need premium.
You don't need premium to bring in mesh clothes because I have two accounts that make clothes. One, this main account here is premium. My second account is not, and they both got approved to upload premium. I mean,
Look,
mesh.
I'm
The only
sorry.
thing you need mesh is when you go onto your account
My
and
turn. Oh,
But I'm answering your question.
Y'all both
yeah,
in the
but
same house.
At the same fucking, I mean, in the same room. Like she's sitting right here next to me.
I'm gonna click the board again because I want to ask a question again.
Okay, ask a question. Is anyone else on the board?
Me.
Go ahead, Sasha.
Okay, you all are talking about clothing and all of that, and I know doing clothing is probably one of the most difficult
Difficult.
things to do. If you can make furniture in Blender, and that's the easiest thing to start with and get an understanding of Blender, then that's what I would want. You
That's a good
understand what I'm
idea. I think
saying?
I'm gonna do that.
Because in another game, I can create, but I never went over to utilize Blender. So I got to get an understanding of Blender in order for me. If I start with furniture, I mean, you can make ugly furniture, but at least then you'll know how
How to
to
bring it
put
in and all that.
textures on, or if you have to resize or whatever is involved with that. Do they have YouTube videos for that?
I'm sure they do, but the thing is Blender the step that brings it into Second Life? If you made something in Blender, you could import that into Second Life. You don't need Marvelous Designer or nothing like that. That's my
Okay,
question.
Marvelous Designer is for clothing.
Clothing.
Okay, thank you.
Blender is for furniture,
Converting.
houses, clothing.
Uh,
If you want to make anything within Blender, even swords, knives, and if you're lucky, you can make your own mesh body within Blender. Like how they have Maitreya and
mm,
everything else. You can make that in Blender as well. Now, for
okay.
Miss Sakara, if I said your name
Yeah.
correct,
Yeah.
if you're just interested in the aspect of building furniture and homes, all you need is Blender.
Great.
That's all you
Okay.
need. And with the Blender, you get a cube and etc. You play with it. Just play with it
Mhm.
because you're just
Mhm.
doing furniture. And there are videos for houses. There is videos for making clothes. There are other resources out there. I'm not gonna sit and say, "Oh well, no, that's a secret." Oh no, no. I'm gonna tell you, it's out there.
Mhm. Okay.
And Blender is free because I have it on my PC. You could download that.
hmm
Free.
Okay, I have a
So,
question, Miss
okay, go ahead.
Khadijah. I'm sorry, sis.
How you gonna ask me a
Um,
question right next to me?
Hey, she on
because I'm
live. She
doing
on
it right.
TV. I'm zooming in
I
on
want to
TV,
ask the
y'all.
question. In your classes, are you gonna have video instruction or just verbal instruction?
Okay, answer the phone, please. Please answer the phone. Answer the phone. In my class, after every student pay their 2K fee, you're gonna have me to yourself for a month duration because it's not easy, and I rather teach people fully that you know what you're doing. I'm gonna have a Discord where I can share my screen with you. So you see every step that I take when I make the clothes. It's not gonna be, oh, I tell you, etc., and you do it on your own. We're gonna make an outfit together from scratch. Together. You're gonna watch me do it, and at the same time, do it with me.
Okay, but don't they need the software in order to do that?
I said I can't say that
Oh,
on the mic.
that's right. So who's on the board?
On this board again. So before anybody takes any lessons, Miss KV, you're gonna have like an information note card that you will be passing around to anyone who's interested, letting them know what steps to take as well as links so that they can get like the blender, even though we know it's free, but have the link on a note card
Yeah, all of that.
and all of that information. You're going to provide that on a note card.
That's a good idea, just to put out there exactly what we are going, what we paying for, in other words. And isn't it a good idea to at least know a little bit about Blender
Right.
before even starting the class, so that we could do some YouTube stuff to get an idea. I started with it a little bit, and it seems fun, you know. Photoshop is another way you could link it. Do you really need? Okay, we'll discuss that later about marvelous design and all that. But if you have anything else, Khadijah, you want to add, because we got like about 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes left.
All I'm gonna
But
say is that once we start and I show you the steps, ain't nothing gonna stop you. I just want you to make those steps ahead of time because that's what they're gonna ask from you when you if you want to go further. Have a
right.
store, have a business, have a
Okay,
company.
okay. So, like Jackie
Right.
said, put in a note card of everything that you'll be able. You say in a whole month, you're gonna concentrate on one student at a time, whatever, and
Oh no, everybody at once. Everybody at once.
everybody. Well, okay, so if you get a
That
class
include
of
males
two to
close
three,
too.
right? Okay, and you're gonna do it through Discord, but we'll see the screen and all that. After a month, are we gonna be experts? Are we gonna at least?
No.
I know we're not. I know we're not. But I know. But at least we're gonna know the basics and what it takes. But as far as texturing, I know you got to get certain textures. Or, you know, it's deep. That's why I think I'm gonna just go back and kind of like learn Blender a little bit more, and how it could coincide with Photoshop that I know a lot about, and read up on the other software
Lisa
that you
asked,
can.
would they be experts after taking your class? I said, no, you will not be, but you will know the basics.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was on the phone and I had to get caught up on what's going on. After my class, you will only need this one class. I guarantee you, you're only gonna need this one class. Because Marvelous Designer, you make your own clothing on it. I'm gonna show you everything step by step. You're only gonna need this one class. I won't call you experts because
No, because
at
it's
the
a lot
same,
to learn. It's a lot.
yeah, it is because I gotta show you what each program does.
Right.
Only people I don't have to show what to do is the people that's building houses and furniture.
So at least if they have that much behind them, they'll catch on better, right? If they know
Mhm.
how to do houses and little simple things in Blender, we'll be able to catch on a little bit better when you introduce making clothing and all that.
Well, with this is where the dev kits come in because they will give you. I'll show you everything when we go to the class because it's easier to explain it and have you do it at the same time than to explain it and then get to that and you confused of what's going on.
All right, so we expect from you a note card drawn up, letting people know exactly how they're going to be benefiting from your class, how much you charge, and how much after a month or whatever. I'm sure you're only going to have
You're not
some.
gonna need me after that.
You all that? You know what? You're getting me
You're not
excited.
gonna need me after that. That's what I'm trying to say. You're only gonna need this one class. You're not gonna need me after that.
Okay, so all right, I'm down. I'm gonna, do a little bit more blending, but I'm down. Jackie?
That's a good question, Cece, and that's exactly why I put my hand on the board. This class can take up to 4 hours.
What? What do you mean for? You know what?
Everybody doesn't learn the same speed. You're gonna have people wanting to add questions and everything during it.
Right, right,
And
right. But she's
This
talking
how long
about,
do it take me?
right, but she's talking about over a month. So it's not
Yeah.
each class is 4 hours. How much? Once a week? Every day? When? When? How's they gonna be set up?
that's like I'm the one who's teaching the class. I'll have the note card ready.
Okay.
That's all.
and then we could next week. We're gonna have a special guest next week, also. So um, that way, yeah, we could have. I'm gonna open up my blender, just because I started at one point and got kind of. I didn't know what I was doing at first, but now I'm more into it.
2,000 should be the starting price.
Did you know that there are toilets today? Now, I don't know when was the last time I bought a toilet, from Home Depot, whatever, and there are two buttons on
Oh, yeah. One to clean your butt and the other to clean the front.
it. Well, my sister, because she just put in a new toilet in their home. She said that there are two different buttons. One has nothing to do with water coming up or anything. The toilet is actually not wider, it sticks out more. So when you go into the bathroom to do number one, we all know what number one is, right? You sit on the front of the toilet, towards the front of the toilet. You do your business, get up, you press button one, because it just rinses the front. You use less water. Now, when you want to do number two, she said you have to sit further back on the toilet so it'll hit the water, and then you press button number two. Who's on the board? Because I didn't know this. Go ahead, Jackie.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I gotta sit on the rim to tinkle, and then scoot back to poop.
Yep.
What if you're wheelchair bound? It's hard enough for you to sit on the front of the toilet.
Then maybe you're just going to sit back and do both. You know what I'm saying?
That creation, I hear you. That is the dumbest thing I have ever. I mean, that's dumb. That's just straight up dumb.
Well, I heard that the toilet seat is a little more comfortable too, because like the toilet seat I have here in my apartment is small. I mean, you gotta lean all forward just to, whatever.
To me, it's I get tired of sitting on that freaking. I don't know if that's marble, iron, covered iron with marble, whatever. It hurts. It hurts. Even when you put a cushioned seat on it, after a while, it hurts.
I never heard of a cushion seat on the toilet, though, Jackie.
Yeah, there's a such thing of a cushion seat that you could put on. Like if you're the only booty that's going on there, you could use a cushion seat.
I guess.
But if you got more than one person, I wouldn't advise that.
It's this I that shall be talking now. I don't care as long as it goes in the toilet bowl. It's in the bowl and it goes down the drain. I'm not scooting forward. I'm not scooting back. I'm just plopping it down and doing my business.
Okay, you have a problem. You know why? Because if you do number two towards the front, it may not wipe it all out.
That's just nasty.
I know, but I don't know. They came up with that to save water.
If they want to save, that's not. But that's the problem, because in hospitals they have it on the thing where you pull the lever down or up in one toilet bowl if you're doing pee or stink. So if they just try to get.
That's what she got. It. She has two buttons on her toilet. I haven't visited her yet. When I go over there, I'm gonna say, look, show me that toilet, just to see what it's all about. Because that's how they make them now.
What I want to know is if they have two separate buttons for the pee and the feces, where's the feces going then?
When you sit down, you sit further back on the toilet seat. Then you make your number two. It'll fall right in the water. So when you flush the toilet, number two.
So I gotta worry about the water splashing back up and hit. Like, how high is this water? I can't. It's just too much thinking about a toilet.
We're gonna, I'm gonna get some pictures next week.
Listen here. Those toilet seats are God sent, and I don't mean God in heaven, for men, because now they can sit in the middle and poop and pee at the same time. Okay, that is a freaking. That's. I'm sorry. It's stupid in a way. I could see that being in men's bathrooms because now they don't. Because when men urine, they gotta stand up and
And then they don't
handle
want it
their
to
business.
splash, so when they
And when they
pee
want
like
to
in the
sit
front,
down,
it won't
they can
splash.
sit down now if they have enough to hang over to the front, and they
Okay.
can pee and poop at the same dang on time. That's that. I could see that being the men's bathroom. That's
Oh,
about it.
okay, so what if there's a case like you're coming home and you know you gotta pee? So you running up the steps, twist, how we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twisting, turning. Get to the bathroom, you sit down, oh, you pee, but now number two's coming out. But you sat in the front of the toilet because you thought you only had to do number one, and then you end up doing one and two. So in between doing the one, you gotta slide your booty back toward
That
the
should be an
water.
industrial toilet. That should not be in a residential. That should be something industrial, like in a business,
They have
and
it.
that only in a male's bathroom. Only because we
And
don't have that problem. We can sit down and we can do one and two. I could see that being beneficial for a man so that he can also sit down, do number one and number two
They
because
can
it's
do one and two. All they gotta do is sit down, push their ding ding between their thighs,
Oh my
and
God.
pee.
no, but then they get no, that's not good, that's not healthy. They need to
oh
they'll be
Lord,
able
What do
to
you
do both
mean?
at the same
Oh,
time.
like if men, I truly don't think men really have to always stand up to pee. I truly think if they can hold their ding dings down to aim, they should be able to sit down and do the same
Half of them
thing.
can't aim.
That's what I'm saying. They should be.
Oh my God.
I
I can't
can't.
believe we're talking about this.
I know.
What is
Well,
true? It's like
okay,
a
the
cosmetic.
whole
It's like a
idea,
cosmetic fix up.
He killed me
That's
calling it a
been
ding
long
ding.
overdue.
the whole idea of the toilet is to
Oh,
save
open
water.
that's
She
been
sound like
long.
Saucy now. Every time she discusses her penis, she calls it.
A ding ding.
Ding ding.
Because we can't cuss. I would call it the other thing, but we can't cuss.
That's not
Okay,
cussing.
That's not
That's
cussing.
a
Calling
separate
it a
thing.
penis.
Penis, yeah, that's a proper word.
Penis. Well, penis
Wait a
is
minute.
not a
We
word
ain't
that
saying
comes
the
to my
other
mind
words,
with this
though.
Wait a
conversation.
minute. Are we grown? Are we grown?
We're grown.
Yes.
Listen, we are grown.
Alright.
Listen, I'm probably the youngest one in here, and I'ma still say
Still
words.
grown.
Like,
You
Okay,
still
how old
grown.
are you?
but yeah, I didn't finish my
That's how
statement.
old.
All right, but the point of the whole thing is to save water. Because a lot of people, when you go pee and you flush the toilet, you're wasting a lot of water. Because the only thing that's going down is urine. So they
think this
figured
whole
it
thing is-
out that when you do number one, and number one only, no, and then you flush the toilet, it's less water you got to use.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
Yep, cause yep, CC. I know people like that too. They don't
If it
flush
would
you.
be nice if they made a toilet that is ergonomically correct, so that have you ever seen videos or whatever, they tell you that the way the toilets are is not the way we would naturally be
That's right. You got to go
pooping
down further.
in the wild, like your legs should be up higher than your
Higher.
hips.
You're right. In France,
That would be
in
nice.
France, I heard the bowls were low like that. You're not supposed
That would
to
be-
sit level. You're supposed to.
Right.
Your behind's supposed to be lower than your knees. So
I
when
thought
So you
I'm out
should-
camping
Good.
and we have to go in the woods sometime in order to do that, that's how we squat and go.
But they say that's a natural way
that
because
is the
your
natural way.
right, because your bladder and everything and your urethra or whatever is tilted.
That's right. It comes out. better.
So
Can I
yeah.
ask a question? Seriously, real serious, real serious. For the ladies, when you go sitting on the bowl to do one or two, do you do it flat-footed or on your tiptoes?
Tiptoe.
Tiptoes.
Don't that put your knees above your pelvis?
A little bit, but
Little
that's
bit, but
why
not
I
enough.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Even
That's
if it's
why, how when we
slightly.
go to if you go to a public bathroom, you know how when you bend down you don't want to touch the toilet seat?
Mm-hmm.
That's properly going to the bathroom, really. because you're
That's
not,
proper
you're
when you
not.
giving
But it's
birth,
a little more
but
proper, yeah, birth too. But it's a little more proper doing that because
I can't.
all the strength is
You're
going back
supposed to.
there.
I can't.
Well, anyway, so that's our show for today.
But
Some
don't say I
lady,
hold the walls like I'm giving.
a woman in Detroit found
Like you giving birth. Yup.
she opened a can
What do you
of
know about
spinach,
that?
a can of spinach. She bought spinach. I don't know. She said she found a live frog inside her spinach container she had bought
Oh
at
my
a
God.
grocery store. A live frog. This is fun
That
news.
is
Cut it up and eat
disgusting.
it. Cut it up and
Imagine-
eat it.
Yeah, because people eat frogs.
I'm gonna
ain't no
name
frog.
him. Frog eating frogs is nasty, but I'm gonna name him. I'm gonna keep him, and then I'm going back to that
It
store.
was dead. You can't keep them. Damn
But
it.
they
It's
say
dead.
no, it's not. It's that woman says she found a live frog, which means he was living because he
It was
ate.
frozen.
Oh,
I don't know if it's frozen or not. They said
it was frozen.
Oh, said it
no.
was
They said they
frozen.
found a live frog in a spinach container. She had just bought at a grocery store. Unless she bought fresh. Maybe she. Oh, I know. Maybe she bought fresh spinach. You know how it comes in the
Right,
The
in a
little
bag.
plastic clear bag.
or bag, yeah, or something like that. Could have been in there.
Plastic container.
Yeah, he.
I
could've
want to
been
know
in
what
there.
kind of store, grocery store she
I
went
know,
to.
really.
I mean, I would have kept the frog if it was still alive. I like frogs.
It's
I'd have
disgusting.
fricasseed that sucker,
disgusting.
sit down, and
Why are they
there it
disgusting?
is.
What's wrong with frogs?
Because you paid for the weight of that frog being in that bag. Now how do you
And they
feel?
gonna give me my 85-cent back because
Yeah,
the
they're not
frog should
doing
come
that.
back free.
That's right. 'Cause
They
it
have
was
no
weighed
choice.
down more.
He already seasoned the greens. Cut the greens down, leave him, and then eat.
Oh my gosh.
Well, frog, what are we eating Kermit for?
Kermit.
I'll be like, yum, yum. Kermit is gone.
All right, well, that's our show for today. Next week, we're going to have a special guest because they have wrestling here in Second Life, and we're going to have the creators. Actually,
Oh, do they?
Canella, yeah, Canella, that comes to our show every once in a while, she wrestles. She sure does.
Okay.
I'm going to go to one
I
of the
thought they
wrestling
stopped
matches.
that, but it's nice. I've been to one before
I never
a while
went.
back.
I never
It's
saw
really
it.
nice.
I went
It's
to
really
one.
nice.
My friend, okay, they betted some hardcore money, right? And I betted that she'll win. They betted against her. There was like 100K up for grabs. So she didn't know how to use the HUD. When I taught her
Yeah.
how to use a HUD, I was like, beat that bitch ass! Beat that bitch ass! Get that money!
Knocked out.
She, but